government of India, he's a terrorist who must remain in jail under UAPA. Father Stan Swami also suffers from another form of terrifying demonization in today's India. He's a Catholic priest from the Jesuit order. Now, in the toxic, divisive universe of name calling that we live in, a Jesuit priest working among tribals is not just a Maoist. He is also guilty and must be punished for alleged conversion of tribal communities. For the Hindutva ideologues and their stormtroopers in particular, a Catholic priest today is an enemy. He is seen as someone who must be taught a lesson for religious conversion or alleged religious conversion. Remember Graham Staines and how he, along with his two sons, was burnt to death in Odisha's Kandhamal district in 1999? The convict was a certain Bajrang Dal activist called Dara Singh. Today, my friends, the Dara Singhs of the world have a license to kill because they get their power from the political system. Now, if you can't burn someone to death, well, the next best thing is brand them anti-national and throw them in jail. You know, I want to make one thing clear when I say all of this. I don't know Father Stan personally, but I do know a number of people who know him well. You see, like many urban, educated, elite Indians, I too went to a Jesuit school. Some of the finest institutions in this country have been built by Jesuits, and I was privileged to be taught by them. They've known Father Stan and his work, the scholarly work that he has done for years before he went into the forest to work and fight for land rights in a non-violent, and I emphasize the word, in a non-violent constitutional manner. As one of them told me, Rajdeep, you will never meet a more soft-spoken man, someone who doesn't have a single violent bone in his body. Is someone like this going to be treated as a terrorist, they asked me. To be honest, I had no immediate answer because we live in a world where truth, my friends, is a casualty, where a propaganda machine is created that brands people who question the state as enemies and anti-national. As I said, the Jesuit order has built some of India's finest education institutes. Some of India's finest citizens have come out of these schools. They include IPS officers. They include politicians, including ministers in the current government. But none of them will speak up today for Father Stan Swami, perhaps out of fear or perhaps because it is inconvenient to speak the truth in the times in which we live in. Which is why all one can do today is to appeal to the conscience of every right-thinking citizen out there. Please ask yourself, is an 84-year-old who has spent a lifetime working among the Adivasis to be treated as a terrorist and thrown in jail and be denied bail and now be put in a hospital because he is also COVID positive? Does he not deserve better? Truth is, my friends, and this is why Father Stan Swami's case is important. Because if someone like him today is going to be branded as a terrorist, or a Sudha Bhardwaj for that matter, why will anyone in the future stand up for the Adivasis and tribal rights and their land and forest rights? I want to leave you today with a poem, a few lines from a poem that Father Stan has written while in prison. Light overpowering darkness, hope replacing despair, love winning over hate, is the message of Jesus risen. But fight we will till the end, not so much just to save our skin, but to speak truth to power. Counting all the while, you all are with us, in mind and in heart. Amen. I want to leave you then with the thoughts of Father Stan Swami and ask the question I asked at the very outset. Is this man a terrorist? Think about it. That was the Straight Bat. And you can of course subscribe to my YouTube channel for many more such videos. For now, stay well, Stay safe. Namaskar. Jai Hind.